The ice cream drumstick takes my love of fried chicken and flips it on its beak. It's that whole kind of southern thing of chicken and waffles being one of those icons, and so making a waffle ice cream and forming that into something that looks like a piece of chicken is a way to have fun. I'm Cynthia Wong. I'm the executive pastry chef at Butcher & Bee in Charleston. If you had to distill Southern cuisine down to an icon, it would be fried chicken. That is where the ice cream drumstick comes from. It's just a play on Southern cuisine. Fried chicken and ice cream are two of my favorite things, so I thought I would combine them together into the ultimate mashup. I thought, wouldn't it be funny if I made an ice cream bar that looked like a chicken drumstick that looked like fried chicken and was made with waffle ice cream. I was also inspired by ice cream treats from my childhood, of ice cream truck coming through the neighborhood and staying there in the summer and feeling that joy again of eating a treat like that. I just thought it'd be really fun to bring the joy of eating a fried chicken drumstick, transferring that whole feeling into an ice cream treat. Since everybody loves the pairing of chicken and waffles, I thought what better way to pair the two and make the ice cream a waffle flavored ice cream. We're gonna sift the flour and then we sift the baking powder and we combine them together, and we do that to make sure there's no lumps in the batter. We're gonna set the baking powder and flour aside, and we're gonna crack 3 eggs into a bowl before we put it into the mixer. We're gonna pour the eggs, sugar, salt, and vanilla paste into the bowl of a stand mixer and mix them on medium just until they're nice and smooth. Then we add our flour and baking powder, and we are just looking for a nice smooth texture. Next step, we're gonna make our brown butter. We're gonna add a nice thick pat of butter into our pot. We start it on low, get it melted, and then turn the heat up a little bit and continue cooking it until it browns. It's gonna foam a little bit. We continue stirring throughout the process so we get a nice brown melted butter. The beauty of browning your butter is it's so aromatic and nutty and just adds this extra depth of nice brown caramelized flavor. While the stand mixer is going, we're gonna pour in your butter slowly and let it gradually combine. Scrape down the sides to make sure everything's thoroughly combined and keep mixing. Once the batter is mixed, we're gonna pour it into a bowl and refrigerate it for just a couple of minutes, just to firm it up a little bit so it's not super runny when it gets into the waffle iron. We're gonna take our waffle iron, heat it up on medium-low, and spray it lightly. Take a scoop of our batter and put it in the waffle iron, and we like a nice, thin, crispy waffle because it gets that much browner and crispier and a nicer caramelized flavor all throughout. We're gonna cook the waffle till it's brown and crispy, and then we're gonna take it off the iron and let it cool. The waffle ice cream takes the fun a bit further with great brown toasty waffle flavor, and also it's just got this nice, really fluffy mouthfeel texture from having the waffles in it. To a pot, we're gonna add cream, milk, sugar, and glucose. We're gonna bring it to a low boil to make sure the sugar is dissolved and not clumping with the glucose. Then we're gonna add some broken up waffles to the mixture. We continue to cook it so the waffles soften and gradually start to fall apart, and they thicken and bind the ice cream in the place of egg yolks. Blend the mixture together with a hand blender so it's nice and smooth and homogeneous with no clumps or big waffle chunks in there. Continue to cook it down until it's thick and coats the back of a spoon, just as you would cook a traditional ice cream base with eggs in it. Once it's fully cooked, we're gonna cool it in an ice bath, occasionally stirring to make sure it cools evenly. To freeze the ice cream, we actually freeze the base in a Pack-O-Jet canister and put it in the freezer overnight. Once the ice cream base is completely frozen, we put the canister in the Pack-O-Jet container and we packetize the ice cream. We turn it on and the blade comes down, shaves the ice cream really finely, and goes back up in the machine, and you've got ice cream. The finished ice cream is light and fluffy. It's almost got like this nice marshmallow texture because of the starch in the waffles that's cooked with the cream and the milk and the sugar. After we packetize the ice cream, we put the ice cream in a piping bag, and we put that piping bag of ice cream in the freezer for a little bit to firm up so that we can pipe it just like you would pipe icing in a piping bag. When it comes to serving the ice cream drumsticks, just like fried chicken, the best way to enjoy them and to serve them is out of a bucket. We take the ice cream that's in a piping bag and pipe a base layer down into our silicone ice cream molds. We add the chocolate cookie finger bone. And it's just a lot of fun when people bite into the ice cream drumstick and gradually discover that there is a bone in there. We pipe more ice cream into the mold on top of the cookie finger, and we make sort of like a fat ball of it at the end of the mold so that it's shaped like a drumstick. After we put that last layer of ice cream into the mold, we freeze it overnight. Once the ice cream has frozen overnight, we take them out of the molds and pinch the skinny end to make it look like the skinny end of a chicken drumstick. It goes back in the freezer just to firm up a little bit so it can withstand the heat of the chocolate that it gets coated in. The coating of the ice cream drumstick is caramelized white chocolate and clarified butter, which then forms the skin. When it's fully melted, it's thick and velvety and smooth. Take that mixture and pour it into a bowl. And now it's time to make the breading. Take our waffles, put into a plastic bag, crush them with a rolling pin, and we want nice, uniformly small little bits. We're gonna pour our crushed up waffle bits into a bowl, and then we're gonna crush our cornflakes in the same manner. We crush the cornflakes in a bag, put it into a bowl, and mix the cornflakes and the waffle bits together. I like adding the waffle bits to the ice cream drumstick breading because you just get that much more waffle flavor. Now that we have all our ingredients together, it's time to coat and bread the ice cream drumsticks. Working quickly, we take the frozen ice cream drumsticks, dip them in the melted chocolate, and bread them with the waffle and cornflake mixture, working really quickly and making sure that the drumstick's totally coated so you get a nice crunch in every bite. Once you've coated all 6 of your drumsticks, you're gonna freeze them again just to firm them up so that when you bite into the chicken drumstick, the texture is nice and firm and not kind of half melted ice cream. Just like you would get a bucket of fried chicken from the grocery store or the gas station, we're gonna put a piece of deli paper in our bucket and load it up with the drumsticks. So you're gonna load 6 drumsticks into the bucket, and there you have it. It's our bucket of ice cream drumsticks. The best way to enjoy your ice cream drumsticks is with a glass of sparkling wine or champagne, just as you would enjoy fried chicken. When you bite into the drumstick, you get that nice crunch from the waffles and the cornflakes. And when you get into it, you get the smooth, creamy, fluffy waffle-flavored ice cream. And sort of nice, real brown caramelized flavors going on, a lot of sweet nuttiness. So ice cream is the texture and color of chicken meat. And when you keep on going, you find the bone in there, which is the final surprise. The ice cream drumstick really does capture the story I'm trying to tell, which is a story about a real deep-seated love of Southern cuisine, of growing up in the South, but also of having fun with your food.